Hey, this is Tal Bev Stormreaver with Tal Talks, and today we're graced to have a panel of experts around the Mandalorian Mercs Brigades. Panel, would you please introduce yourselves?
My name is Raiden. I'm the Brigadier for the club. I have been an official member since 2014 and a member of the Medic Brigade also since 2014. I became Brigadier in 2016 and have served in that capacity since.
I am Sakira Kharev. I have been an OM since 2017. I became a brigade member in 2017 as well, in October, about 6 months after I got official. I then became division captain for Stryker Division the following January, and then the January or December after that became brigade marshal for the Field Ops Division.
I'm Mavic. I'm the Brigade XO. I've been official since around 2010, 2011. Honestly, I'm not sure the exact time frame. And I joined the Desert Ops Brigade back in 2016, I believe. So.
What are the brigades?
Brigades, in the sense of in the costuming sense, brigades is task-specific armor specialization. Okay. I know,
you gotta
right?
make that human, man. You gotta bring that down a notch or three.
Task-specific armor specialization. So what we do is we have, and I'll also preface this with, since brigades, the inception of brigades, I think in 2010 or so, the way they were formed and the way they're governed has changed a little bit. But what happens is we have 12 different brigades, right? So each brigade has its own specific specialization of what it does. And we've grouped those into divisions. And so we have kind of a pyramidal shape if you look at our organizational chart, right? So each of our divisions, we have 4 divisions. We have 4 divisions. We have the Vanguard Division, we have the Stryker Division, the Field Operations Division, and then we also have the Cannon/Legends Division. Mm-hmm. And so within each of those divisions, we have brigades, okay? So within the Vanguard Division, for example, we have the 267th Rapid Assault Brigade, the Shock Infantry Brigade, and the Air Mobile Brigade, right? Okay. And so each of those, generally speaking, has professions beneath them that perform those types of tasks. For instance, the Air Mobile Brigade has our pilots as professions and our aerial assault specialists as professions. And so each of those professions has its own requirements. Okay, and that when people talk about the brigade requirements, the BRLs or the PRLs, professional requirement list, that's the specific. In order to be a pilot, your costume has to have, and then there's a list of things that your costume has to have. And then if you wanted to be, for instance, in the Beastmaster Brigade, if you wanted to be, we have Beast Hunters and we have Beast Tamers. And for each of those, here's the BRL says you have to have this.
So what I'm hearing is that really what the brigades are is extra requirements for your kit, your costume, centered around a job.
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So I just wanted to make sure that's what I was hearing. How were the breakdowns decided on by the club? Does anybody know?
So I think a lot of the breakdown happened before. Well, it did happen before I got involved with the brigades as much as I am now. But I know, like, our current discussions, it is very much like we're kind enough to have a lot of divisions that everything pretty neatly falls into. I think it's a broad enough range. Okay.
So now, I mean, this is a fun thing. I mean, this is something for OMs to explore. You have to be an official member to go into these things. But let's expand on this. So you listed, and I'm not cheating. Let's test my memory here. Vanguard, Stryker, Field Ops, Cannon. Did I get it right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so
Well, legends. Don't
oh,
forget about-
legends, canon legends. You're right. You're right.
Canon/legends. That's correct.
Yeah, canon legends. So let's talk about that. What would you consider, or what normally, thematically or jobs wise, is in the Vanguard division, and kind of why? Like, what is that theme about?
Well, when I became brigadier in 2016, we at that time we had 3 divisions.
Oh,
And there was the offensive division, there was the support division, and then there was the cannon. Well, technically there were 4, but I combined them. There was cannon and legends. They were their own division. So what we did was I wanted to expand the staff to reduce the workload on the individual brigade marshals, right? So within that command structure, okay, so each division has a brigade marshal
mm-hmm.
who runs the division. And then we brought on the division captains a couple years ago as folks who report to the brigade marshal and indirectly report to me.
Okay.
And so their job is to help out the folks in that division, to maintain the brigade requirements list in their division and so on. And so what we found was when we had the 3 divisions set up, the workload was getting a little bit much for the brigade marshals. So we brought on the extra staff, and then I want to say it was in early 2018, we recombinated the way the brigades were set up, and that's when we stood up the 3 divisions, the 3 separate divisions. And philosophically, what we did with when we named them Vanguard, Striker, and Field Operations, we kind of built them around the idea of the MMO dynamic of heal, tank, DPS,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
Or support, tank, DPS. And so the idea was that the Vanguard division is our tanks, our frontline guys. The Striker division, we took a lot of the more offensive style, attack style professions and brigades and put those there. And then the support professions, the medical corps, the environmental specialists, the beastmasters, and so on, the mobile engineers, we put those in the field operations division. And then canon and legends being kind of their own animal, we left them alone as our 4th division.
Okay. So today we've been lucky enough to talk to the brigade expert panel, and this is Tal Bev Stormreaver, and I want to thank you all for watching. Excellent. Thank you.